of making Perry the Platypus, as you can see here. Whoops, we got a piece of yarn here. So Perry the Platypus, but in micro size version. So let us try to make him and let's see how we go. Okay, I'll do my best just to help you guys know how this looks like. Okay, so we need some, let's have a look here. We need some turquoise colored yarn. So I'm going to start off with this, and it's a little bit tangled at the moment, but it's okay. So remember, we're making a micro version. So helpful tip for you guys here. When we make the micro version, all I'm going to be doing is, see if I can just lower this a little bit. I wish it was a little bit brighter. I don't know if I can do that here. There we go. That's kind of brighter. I might lower this as well. Okay. Okay, so whoopsie daisies, we need hey MMs. We're just trying to get set up here. Orientation is locked, and I don't know how to flip that. Can you see it fine, Emmy? Can you hear me? Okay, you can. Okay, cool. So I guess what we'll do is cut some yarn. I'm not really sure how much we'll need, so I'll probably cut like this much maybe. And then I'm going to pull 1 ply of this apart because we're only going to be using 1 ply cotton yarn. So I'm going to do my best here. This is just a helpful tip for some of you guys who want to do micro crochet but don't have the right yarn and things like that. All you want to do is use your normal 4-ply cotton yarn or 5-ply, whatever it is, and then pull 1 strand of that apart, and you will have 1-ply cotton yarn, which works perfectly for your amigurumi crochet plushies. Okay, so let us begin. We're gonna start. So remember, we're making Perry the Platypus. Not with the fiber filling on his hat, by the way. So Perry the Platypus, as you can see here, oh, thank you, is looking great, but we need to get the whole body done. We've got some yellow for the feet, we've got green for the arms, we need the beak, the tail, and the fedora hat. I don't know if we can get all of this done. Hopefully we've got a lot of people watching eventually, but let's see what we can do. So we're going to start with a magic ring, by the way, guys. I'm using a 0.9 millimeter hook, as you can see here, 0.9, and this is perfect for 1-ply cotton yarn. And remember, we made this by ourselves, 1-ply cotton yarn. So I'm making a magic ring, and I'm just going to crochet 6 single crochet inside this magic ring. And I wonder if I can hold this up a little bit taller as well. 1, 2, then here's number 3, 4, 5, and 6. Who here knows how to crochet, by the way? So we've done 6, and then I'm going to pull this yarn tail just like that, and then I am going to come in the very first stitch space, which sometimes can be a little bit difficult, by the way. You kind of just have to weave your yarn hook into it as best as you can, and because it's so small as well, you kind of want to bring it as close as you can to your eyes. I can definitely not do that because then I will take this out of the camera. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so I'm coming into this one right here. You want to get inside those back and front loops. I wish I could bring this close to my eyes right now. It's so far away I can't see what I'm doing, but there we go, I think. So there we go, we're making a slip stitch and chain 1 because that's just the easiest, especially if you're a beginner, by the way. We got 9 wonderful people watching, guys. We're making Perry the Platypus, but we are making him in micro crochet version so that we can make like earrings or something like that. So for the second round, we are just making an increase in every stitch space, if that makes sense. So there's the first one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just count this properly. Here's the second one over here. So we're going to do another increase. I might have to turn on the light soon. I've got some lights already going, but it's getting darker here, by the way. So here's the third increase. I don't know if you guys have done crochet before, but let me know in the chat if you have. Here's the fourth. And by the way, I have so many tutorials on this channel, guys. You don't want to miss out on them. I teach you how to crochet. I walk you through step-by-step tutorials of all of these mini amigurumi projects. It would be so nice to have you join this channel, and yeah, it'd be awesome. Okay, so we're coming in here. Second round now complete. I'm going to finish it off with a slip stitch and chain one, and then we'll start the next round, which is just a simple increase round. So we've got a single crochet stitch first, followed by an increase I should say. So that's once, and then here we're going to do it again. So one plus another one, another increase. So that's the second time we've done that, and we're just going to continue that all the way around. And after this round, we will have a total of 18 stitches in the round. By the way, a stitch is something like that I've just created. So like here, for example, this is now a stitch, one stitch right there. Here we're making an increase. So there's one stitch, and then increase just means you go in the same spot and do the exact same thing. So there we go. And then I'm just going to continue this now until I'm almost done. So single, followed by an increase, and then a single again, followed by an increase to finish this off. At least I'm thinking that's how it's going to work. I should count them now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. So come in the very first one, make a slip stitch and chain one. There we go. We've got the base all done. So technically that's the bottom of our peri-peri, the platypus, all done. And now we need to incorporate these feet. So we're going to work out how we're going to do this, guys, because we need yellow colored yarn, by the way. So once we've got our yellow colored yarn, I've got some here. And then what I will do is remove one strand from that. We definitely need to do that. So what we need to do is the following. Let's do it now. So we've got, here is our stitch right here. And did I chain one already? I'm not sure. I don't think so. So there, chain one. So we start like this, single crochet, and then we'll do another single crochet. So this is 2. This is 3. This is 4, and this is 5. Welcome, guys, if you've just come here. So that's 5. We're changed to our yellow colored yarn. Slip that through, and that's how you change yarn colors, by the way. And then we'll do a spike bubble stitch. Now I'm not really going to teach you how to do this. I'm just going to do it. So we do the spike and we make a bubble all at the same time. So this is the spike, but we're also in the process of making a bubble stitch. That's why we call it a spike bubble stitch. So wrap the yarn again, come in the same place, pull it up, and pull through 2. So now we have 4 loops on the hook, as you can see right there. And you're going to grab your turquoise colored yarn again and pull that all the way through, just like that. Okay, now we are going to make another let's see, 5 single crochet stitches. So here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, 4, and here's the 5th one coming right up, just like that. Change back to your yellow colored yarn. Good. And now we're going to make another spike bubble stitch for that second foot. So where are we? We want this. I feel like I've kind of stuffed this up a little bit, but that's okay. It's super far away. We will engineer this so that we make it right. Okay, done, and one more. Boom. Get it through 2 loops. We've got 4 loops on the hook, just like that. And then we're going to grab again your turquoise colored yarn and pull that through all of your loops on the hook. And you should be left with, there should be 6 single crochet stitches left. So let's see if we got the right amount. 1, 2, 3. I feel like I have an extra one. 4, 5. And we do have an extra one. So we're just going to make a decrease to fix that up. Let's just fix it up. Just like that. And then we will slip stitch in the very first stitch. Just like that. And then chain. Okay, so we have made the feet, everybody. I don't know if you can see that. There are the feet. Wonderful. Can you guys see those feet? 1 and 2. Okay, so what we're going to do now, so we're up to rounds 1, 2, 3, 4. For 5, 6, 7, and 8, we're just going to be crocheting 18 single crochet stitches. Super easy. Let's just count it for the first one to make sure we have that many. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something nice about tutorials, by the way. So 5, hold on. 6. Something nice about tutorials is that when you're doing repetition of the same thing, I can just cut it. But for lives, you can't. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 between this. I actually think this is going to turn out to be a cool earring. And then we've got the yellow bob, and there should be 6 left over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so that's only 1 round, as you can see there. We can also chop off the yellow because we don't need that anymore. So I'm just going to chop that off right here. Get that out of the way. We don't really need that, which is good because then it doesn't interfere with what we're doing over here. And I still have a slip stitch to go right here, and then another 3 rounds of the exact same thing, which is 18 single crochet stitches. So let us continue. We have next round, which is round number 6. Guys, for those of you who are new, we are making Perry the Platypus. 3, 4. Whoops, maybe not go there. Don't know if you can see this. I might move my chair so I can sit down in a sec. 4, how many do we do? 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I get in there? Yes. 5. Then here's number 6. Number 7. 8. 9. Gets so hard to see with micro crochet. 10. Hey! Hey. Nice to have you here. I'm just going to move my chair because I need a chair for a second. We are just crocheting Perry the... I don't know why I keep saying Perry, but Perry the Platypus. For those of you who are new, by the way. And I forgot how many I've counted now. But let us keep going. So I'm going to continue crocheting the body portion of Perry the Platypus. I didn't realize how popular Perry the Platypus is, by the way. I made a bigger version of Perry, and I have it as a tutorial video. If you don't already know, go check out that video. It's one of my very beginner type tutorials that I made last year when I first started this channel. And then as part of my 100 mini crochet series, I decided to make him again, but like a smaller version. So that's what we did there. And it's worked out great. Everyone loves him. And the tutorial video of this is coming out very soon, by the way. I think it's coming out next week. I kind of try to plan ahead and forecast these videos, or at least have them uploaded awaiting published date. So this, I think, is, I'm going to have to count how many rounds I've done after this one, because I've just been yapping and I have forgotten. Hey everyone, thanks for coming. Don't forget to like this video if you haven't already. I love seeing videos with likes. Makes me feel like I'm doing something that's worthwhile and you guys are enjoying it. Also, it might help me get better as well because I'm a little bit sick at the moment. Okay, so there we go. Continuing on now, I'm going to count how many rounds we've done straight after this. So we're going to slip stitch in the very first stitch space and chain one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, let me count that properly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have another round to go before we start adding the arms. 1, and there should always be 18 stitches in each round for now. So this is number 3 out of 18, 4 out of 18, and we're just going to keep going. 5, 6. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, guys. We're trying to get 100k subscribers by the end of the year, and we can't do this without your help, obviously. You guys are such an important part of this journey. I have so much coming out for you as well, so many free tutorials that I am trying to get out for you, and it takes a lot of work. So if you guys are able to subscribe, please subscribe. And yeah, you gotta subscribe. That's all I gotta say. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram. I'm here, and we are going to have a great channel full of crochet tutorials for you. So if you don't know how to crochet, I also teach you how to crochet, and then you can make these adorable plushies, of which I will have 100 of them at the end of this series. I've actually already designed all of them. I'm just in the process of making the tutorial videos for you, which takes a ton of time, just saying. Okay, so now we are up to round number 9, and this is how we're going to do it. We're going to start with 4 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, here's number 3, and number 4, just like that. Then we're going to make a spike bubble stitch. 1, and we're going to wrap the yarn, come down again, repeat, and then just keep repeating that until you have 4 loops on the hook, and then push and pull through until you complete that. Now we have another 7 single crochet stitches to make, so we have to make those 7 in order to have even spacing between those legs and the arms. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, and here's number 7 coming up. 7, just like that, and then we have another spike bubble stitch to go, which will come down here. Hope I did that right in the other one. I feel like I've gone down an extra space here, which I did do actually, so I'll have to repeat that on the side since I've done it on the other side. So I'm going to go down 2 instead of just 1, just to make it even like the other side, and I actually like doing that anyway. I'll come down in that spot, pull it up, pull through, and I should have 4 loops on the hook at that point, pull through all 4, and then we will just have 5 single crochet stitches left over. 1, here's the second, 2, 3, 4, and of course, lucky last, number 5. Okay, once we've done that, we're coming in the first stitch space and making a slip stitch, chaining 1. We have finished round number 9 now. We've got the arms. We've got the legs. Don't know if you can see that there, but there's the arms. Arms, leg or foot. And now I'm just going to have a look at what I did with the pattern so I can see how many times we're going from here. So 10 to 15, that's another 6 rounds, isn't it? 6 rounds of 18 single crochet stitches. So if you have any questions for me, please write down questions. Otherwise, you're just going to be watching me make 18 single crochet stitches for the next 6 rounds, which is super fun. You're gonna love it. Or write down this pattern if you're following along. You can write it down so that you can do this yourselves. So for those of you who don't know, this is a technique called micro crochet. Nothing special about it. It literally is just crochet, except you are using a way smaller hook and a lot thinner yarn. And it can be a little bit difficult if you are not used to it. I believe I started doing this literally this year, and I had a YouTube video all about it, all about my journey. So if you want to go check that out as well. I can't remember what I made actually, my first time that I did micro crochet. I think it was like a bird or something. But it worked out well. Or maybe I did a heart. I can't remember. Either a heart or a bird is what I did. So this is the second round out of 5 that I need to complete in order to continue with the body, and then we only have 2 rounds after that. So we're actually almost finished the body, which is excellent, because we are able to see the progress of our Perry the Platypus micro crochet earring, which is lovely. And then we will have the tail and the beak and a few other things to go, including some sewing, but it shouldn't take that long all in all. So I'm excited to see the finished result of this Perry the Platypus. But we do need to get some more yarn, don't we? So I've got my yarn here, and I'm going to just pull 1 ply. This is originally 4 ply cotton yarn, by the way. 4 ply, that's what I usually get. And in order to make it smaller, I just take 1 ply away and use the 1 ply. So that's how I make it smaller. And then I just use a smaller hook as well to do that. So I'm going to pull this through. And then I've got the next color, which is just turquoise green, the same color, sorry. But we needed to incorporate it. And then I'm going to have these 2 yarn tails over the hook as I continue with the next couple of stitches. Oh, there was only 1 stitch anyway. But as I make this slip stitch, I will incorporate those 2 yarn tails as well, just to secure it in place, because you need to secure this in place. Okay, I'm going to leave those 2 yarn tails. We've done 2 rounds now, I do believe. And now we have another, how many rounds to go? 10. I think 4 rounds to go. That's what I'm thinking. So let's do it. Four rounds to go, guys. Not too long, and then we'll finish the body. Well, actually, you've got 4 rounds, and then you've got 2 extra rounds of just making it decrease. Actually, for those of you who are new to crochet and you're wondering, how do you... So you know how to start, but then how do you do a decrease round? I am going to show you exactly how to do that. You'll just have to wait and bear with me until we get to that point. But we will get there, that's for sure. Perry the Platypus is honestly one of the coolest little characters, even though I barely watch Phineas and Ferb, because I know that's where he's from. But again, he is such a good little character that people love and adore. I think he's an agent, right? I'm probably going to have people being like, what? You don't know this? Okay, how many rounds have we got to go? 1, 2, oops. There we go, come back in there. 3. Did you know that it actually gets easier to continue with micro crochet, the more that you do it, obviously the more that you do something, it gets easier. But seriously, with micro crochet, it does get easier. You get used to where your stitches are, you get used to how big your hook is. It's just really getting through the beginning stages, and once you're through those, it's not too bad anymore. And it actually can be quite fun, and you can get through projects decently too. Like for example, we're making an earring here just from my 100 mini character series. Like that is super cool. So from each of my 100 mini characters, depending on the size of your yarn, like if you were using large plush yarn, you'd have a fairly decent sized plush, like in the palm of your hands, that is quite big. Then if you're using 4-ply cotton yarn with just a 1.9mm hook, you'll get a plush that's about this size, like keychain size. If I was to use a 3mm hook, obviously it would be a lot larger. And then I'm using 1-ply with 0.9, and we get a nice size for an earring. So you can see all my crochet plushies that I have designed, all for you guys, are kind of, depending on the size that you want, it's possible to make and achieve. So just saying, you guys should definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel and see all of the cool creations. I think we have Kuromi from Sanrio collection that just came out the other day. We have Monkey D. Luffy. We have Tony Chopper, Zoro from One Piece as well, Nami, a bunch of other characters. I mean, we have 100. I've uploaded so far about 21 crochet tutorials from the mini series, and then of course we have other crochet tutorials as well, not from the mini series, but for just like larger plushies that you might enjoy making. I think we have a honeybee or a bumblebee, we have a strawberry turtle, and watermelon turtle. There's lots of stuff, guys. I know you are going to enjoy this channel. Okay, so I need to count how many we've got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I think we've got one more round to go. And then we start the decrease round. So remember I said to you, once we've done this, then we start the decrease rounds, which is great, which means we're almost done and completed the entire body, which is exactly what we love to hear. We get closer and closer to finishing this project, which is what we want, guys. We want to finish this earring to the best of our ability. And we are going to stuff this body as well. If you've ever seen someone stuff a body, that sounds so weird, but an amigurumi plush body, then you'll be able to see me do that as well, in case you don't know how to do that, because there are some tips and tricks for stuffing your plushies, just saying, in case you have never done that and you're wanting to start amigurumi style crochet. It's actually one of my favorite styles as well. I know Emmy, who's on this channel with me, is going to start some clothing, so stay tuned for all of that too, guys. All right, we are officially done with those straight rounds, and now we're up to the decrease round. So we're going to start with 1 single crochet stitch followed by an invisible decrease, and we need to repeat that 6 times. Let me do that invisible decrease again so I don't lose track of where I am. There we go. 1 single crochet followed by an invisible decrease, single invisible decrease, single crochet followed by invisible decrease again. That's the 4th time we've done that. So we have another 2 times to do it. Single invisible decrease. I've taken my finger out now, you probably noticed that. Single, and finally invisible decrease. just like that. And I will make the slip stitch and pull the yarn through just a little bit more this time. Then I'm going to cut not the yarn that we are working with, but the yarn tails that we had before. So I'm going to cut those. And now I'm going to be adding my fiber filling. So look at this. This is how we do it. Grab some fiber filling, just like a little bit at a time, like maybe this much. Just wrap it together, kind of roll it together, and then shove it there. You can either use a pair of cutters if it fits, and poke it all the way to the bottom. Poke it to the bottom, and you're just going to keep doing that layer by layer. If this is the first time you've ever seen that, this is a really good technique to use. You never want to just add a bunch of stuffing in one go for any type of amigurumi. You always want to do it layer by layer. So that's exactly what we're doing here. And I have a pair of cutters to kind of help me out with that. And if you wanted to use a pair of tweezers or something else that helps stuff it, then absolutely do that as well. So I'm going to grab this and continue to stuff, because we want to make him relatively firm. We need a firm body, but we don't want to make him fat either. So we just have to be careful how we do that stuffing, by the way. Okay, last little bit, I think, before we close up the body. Here's the last part. So we're going to add this now. Just give it a little bit of a squeeze. I think we're looking good. We could probably add just a tiny bit more. Right there. Get our pair of cutters. Keep stuffing it. Okay, that's looking good. Grab your hook again. Just gonna try and push this down so that it's not getting in the way, by the way. And then grab your hook. Have it go the right way. There we go. And then for the last round, all you want to do is make decreases. Decreases in every stitch. So technically at the end of this we will have 6 decreases. 1 and 2. So for this type of decrease, it's called an invisible decrease, and you go through the front loops of 2 adjacent stitches and then you just pull through. And I gotta make sure I get in all of this. So I'm still not in all. Okay, I don't know why. I'm gonna try that again, I guess. Okay, let's do it again. Visible decrease. Boom, done. Okay, that's much better. Invisible decrease again. And we're just gonna keep going. Try not to get that fiber filling trapped with your hook and your stitches as best as you can. So I'm kind of leaning it away as best as I can. Then I'm going to go into, let us push this fiber filling inside a little bit more before I go to my very first stitch space. And once I'm here, I'm going to make a slip stitch and pull the remaining yarn through. Now obviously we have a lot of remaining yarn, so I'm just going to cut it. And there we go. So there is the body of Perry the Platypus. Just like that. Hope you guys can see that. So that's Perry the Platypus's body right there. Okay, so now what we need to do is close the body. So I'm going to grab a needle, and then I'm going to weave this through the eye of the needle. Oops. Done. And then what you want to do is you want to go through the front loops of all the remaining stitches in that last round. All the way around. Just those front loops though. So you can see I'm getting through those front loops. And once you've done that, then you're going to pull to close it all up, and then have the needle come right through the center, pull it so it's nice and flat at the top there. And then we're just going to weave in our yarn tail as best as we can. Maybe like 3 or 4 times. I mean, you don't need to pull it tight, by the way. But you can see how tiny this is, right? I know people love big plushies, which is amazing. I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't love carrying, like, cuddling big plushies? I kind of want to make one now with thick yarn. But we have been focusing on micro and mini and medium and regular size plushies, but not those giant ones, which I would love to do at some point. It's just the yarn is extremely expensive. Okay, body is officially done. Let us move on now to, what do you reckon? The beak or the tail? Guys, tell me, beak or the tail? Beak or the tail, guys? Write in the chat. You want the beak, or technically the bill? This is the front part, or the tail? Tail, okay. So let us go with orange colored yarn. We need orange colored yarn. Where are we? Okay, got me some orange colored yarn over here, and I will chop myself a good maybe 1.5 meters worth of that. And then in the same way, I'm going to pull off 1 ply. We always want to work with 1 ply. Come, 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 my 1 ply. We're just pulling it through, super easy. I love doing this one at a time, like as in pulling 1 strand at a time. Sometimes it can be a little bit difficult if you do 2 strands at a time. So let's leave the body right there and let us start with the tail. So with the tail, we're going to start off by chaining 7. Okay, leave a bit of a tail there. Let's make a slip knot. Chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can you guys even see these chains? Look how tiny they are. Like seriously, this is what we're working with. So you guys know, like your regular chains in crochet, this is micro crochet. How cool is that? Okay, so we chained 7. Now we are going to make 5 single crochet stitches. So we start in the second loop from the hook. This might be extremely difficult to see, but we make 5 single crochet stitches. 1, oh my gosh, this is tough. 1, here's the second one. Once you get past the first round, it's a lot easier as well. So here's number 3, 4, and here's number 5. And then in the last loop, we are going to make, what are we going to do? We're going to make 3 single crochet stitches in this last loop. So here's number 1. Well, not quite yet because I just missed it. So number 1, 1, 2, how many did I say? 3. So there's 3. And then we're just going to continue on the other side of the chain. Might be really hard to see though. And just continue up, making single crochet stitches. What did I just do there? I'm going to go back here and just make sure I wasn't in the last loop, and I was in the last loop. So I think I have to go here this time. 1, 2, here's 3, here is number 4, and just having a look here at the pattern that I wrote for this, then we have an increase in the last stitch space, which is right here. So 1 and 2 to complete that increase, and then we need to get to that very first stitch space, get inside it, those front and back loops of the very first stitch space, and I'm going to bring it closer to me so I can see it, just like that. So we're inside it, and then we're making a slip stitch and chain 1. Easy done. Then we can cut this at the back here because we do not need that anymore, and we've already woven that in. Okay, so next we are going to make 14 single crochet stitches. Okay, so we've already chained 1, so we're making 14. So this is just going all the way around. Here we go. Okay, I might need to do that again. One, 2, 3. Oh no. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and here's number 14 for the second round. Come into the very first stitch space, make a slip stitch, chain 1, and I'm just going to kind of pull this the right way around as well so it doesn't become too difficult to find those stitches as we are working in round number 3. So round number 3 now is 5 single crochet stitches and then a decrease. So let's do that here now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, plus a decrease. Just trying to make the decrease right here. So decrease is coming just like that. And then you're just going to repeat that again. And I think we are going to make a pause on this, and once we've finished this round, we may come back tomorrow to finish this all off. So 1, 2, last round, 3, 4, and 5, followed by a decrease. 1 and 2, there's the decrease right there, and then we'll come into that very first stitch space over here and make a slip stitch. Oh, not quite. Come into the first stitch space again, make a slip stitch, and chain 1. So we've kind of done halfway of this tail, as you can see here, and we're just going to finish up for now. We'll come back tomorrow and complete the rest of this. So this is the beginning portion of the tail. We finished the body today. We still have the hat and the bill to go, but we can definitely finish it off tomorrow and then add the earring on it as well, which will be awesome. So guys, I'll see you tomorrow if you're here, or you can watch this later on. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.